The hum of the tires had become a lullaby. My son was asleep in the back seat, his little head tilted to the side, mouth open, a soft snore escaping every now and then. I clutched a cheap gas station coffee in one hand, steering wheel in the other, praying the caffeine would keep me awake long enough to make it to the next city. I'm only 24, too young to feel this bone-deep tired, but single mothers don't get to choose when they rest. The highway stretched on, endless blacktop, no streetlights, no cars, just the faint white line in my headlights pulling me forward mile after mile. I kept glancing at the dashboard clock, convinced it must be broken. I'd been driving for hours, but the time barely moved. That's when I noticed the gas gauge. It had been stuck on half for the last 60 miles. I tapped it with my finger. The needle twitched, then dropped almost to empty, like it had been waiting to trick me. Great, I muttered under my breath. My son stirred, let out a little sigh, and went back to sleep. I forced a smile into the rearview mirror. It's okay, baby. Mommy's got it. The radio cut out next. One second music, the next silence, then static, low and crackling. Through the static came something else. Not a song, not a voice I could recognize, just a whisper, stretched thin, syllables in the wrong places. I twisted the knob, tried to tune it out. The static followed me. I turned it off. Silence again. Too much silence. That was when I felt it, the sensation you get when you're being watched. My skin prickled. I glanced left. At first, it was just trees rushing by. Then I realized something was moving in them, keeping pace with the car. It wasn't an animal. It wasn't a trick of the light. It was tall, too tall, long arms swinging, pale limbs flashing between the trunks. Every time my headlights cut across the tree line, it was there, running, keeping perfect stride with me at 60 miles an hour. My heart lurched. I pressed the gas. 70, 80. The tires hummed. The wheel vibrated in my hands. My son shifted, restless in his seat. For a moment, I thought we'd left it behind. The trees blurred, empty again. I almost laughed at myself. Then something slammed against the side of the car. Metal screamed. Sparks lit the passenger window. Shh! It's okay, baby, it's okay! I lied through my teeth. I caught a glimpse in the side mirror. Pale arms, a grin full of teeth, black eyes glowing in the dash's reflection. It raked claws down the passenger door, leaving deep grooves. Then it fell back into the dark. Footsteps. Heavy pounding like gunshots on the asphalt. It was running in the open now, right behind us. Every time I slowed for a curve, it gained ground. My son whimpered, clutching his blanket. Don't look, sweetheart, I begged, voice cracking. Just close your eyes. The speedometer climbed. 90, 100. The car strained. So did it. Each time I glanced at the mirror, it was closer. Running on all fours now, its fingers scraping the pavement, sparks trailing like fireflies. My stomach lurched. It could hit 100 miles an hour, and my old car topped out at 110. We barely had an edge. Barely. For a few blessed minutes, the road straightened. I pressed the gas until the engine screamed. We pulled ahead. I could see nothing behind us but blacktop. I dared to breathe, dared to whisper, "We're okay, we're okay." But the forest betrayed me again. It cut across, leaping through the tree line and burst onto the highway ahead of us. It crouched low, arms wide, waiting like a spider ready to pounce. I swerved hard, tires shrieking, my son screaming this time. Its claws caught the rear quarter panel, ripping it open like a soda can. The car fishtailed, metal shrieking, but somehow I kept it straight. It tried to climb onto the trunk once. The whole car jolted under the weight. I screamed and floored it, jerking the wheel side to side until it fell off, tumbling in the headlights before vanishing into the dark. Another time, it leapt from the guardrail and slammed the roof, leaving a dent so deep I thought the metal would cave in. My son sobbed in the back seat, and I forced my voice calm. It's okay, baby, I've got you. Just hold on, just hold on. 105, 106. The gauge needle trembled at the red. We were running out of time, out of road. The thing kept coming, always just close enough for me to hear its claws tearing the pavement, always grinning in the reflection when I dared glance at the mirror. And then I saw it. Salvation. Faint at first, a smear of orange on the horizon. the city. My whole body trembled with relief. "Look, baby," I gasped, pointing through tears. "Lights, we're almost there." I pushed the car harder. 108, 109. I swear I felt its claws scrape the bumper one last time. A final claim. Then the glow hit us. Street lamps bloomed overhead. Buildings rose out of the dark. And just like that, it was gone. Vanished back into the trees. I didn't breathe until we rolled into downtown traffic. Horns and neon lights grounding me in reality. I pulled into a diner parking lot, shaking so hard I could barely pull the key from the ignition.
Are we there yet?
I turned, forcing a smile through tears. Almost, baby. Almost. And as I opened the door to carry him inside, I glanced at the side of the car. The metal was shredded, claw marks dug so deep they almost punched through. I shivered, because I knew it could have opened that car like a tin can if it wanted to. But it didn't. It let us go. For now. And as I opened the door to carry him inside, I glanced at the side of the car. The metal was shredded. Claw marks dug so deep they almost punched through. I shivered, because I knew it could have opened that car like a tin can if it wanted to. But it didn't. It let us go. For now.